All right, so this is my final attempt at doing a reflection that stays within the 10-minute time limit for the end of the semester reflection. So, talking a little bit about my semester. So, I had a fairly good semester this semester, and for once, I was actually able to confidently say that I have completed every single goal I set forth for myself. I completed data collection for my traditional research project and submitted the abstract to the NATA. We got pilot testing out for the traditional research project. We got all those results back, and actually, this upcoming week, we're going to be running those and then submitting to IRB. I was able to work with my senior athletic training student as a preceptor and develop a very good action of helping him transition into practice. We actually just had a great evaluation this last week, and I'm fortunate enough to have him for a second semester. So I'm really excited about watching him kind of tie the bow, so to speak, on some of his abilities, proficiencies, and clinical skills moving forward to taking the BOC and becoming a certified athletic trainer. And finally, one of the things that I'm most proud about, even though it doesn't have a lot to do with academics, research, clinical practice, is I was able to keep my stress level and pretty down low. And this was very important for me. And while at the beginning I kind of, to be totally honest, because I'm an honest guy, I used it as basically an extra goal because I didn't know what to use as a final goal. But as I started working through this semester, I realized that even though I put that goal down as basically just another goal to have, it actually meant a lot to me. And I started focusing on it more and more because there's no reason for me or anyone really, if they have the resources available to get help to lower their stress level, maybe to lower their workload, that they shouldn't take it. So in the past, one of the things that I really struggled with was asking for help. And I know this sounds like really stereotypical and everyone has it, but and still I haven't quite beat it yet, I'll be the first one to admit, but sometimes have the mentality that when you ask for help, you're showing other people that you can't handle something. And I used to never want to ask for help because, unless it was something major, I could always handle it. You might just be working a few more hours, or staying later than you wanted to, or putting more work in. And if people saw that you would do that, then they wouldn't think you weak. And I kind of threw that idea a little bit out the window this semester. Now, I do still think it's really important to do what you're going to say and to get things done and to be held accountable, of course. But over the course of the semester, when it came to academics, when it came to research, when it came to clinical practice, I am very happy to say I was not afraid to ask for help, step away, take a day off, take some time for a breather to focus on myself. And I really see the effects of it sitting here at the end of the semester. Even though this is the fifth semester in the program, and the workload that I had this semester was very, very high, I'm sitting here fairly confidently at the end of the semester saying that this is one of the lower stress semesters I've had. Now, that's not saying that it wasn't without stress, because it definitely had its amount of stress. But the way I was able to manage that stress and to be able to step back and take a breather is really great. And to be honest, like I said, it's probably one of the things that I'm the most proud about for this semester. So moving forward, one of the things that I'm thinking about moving forward is kind of past reflections. And I know that sounds kind of funny to say, but before I did this assignment, I went back and I looked at some of the reflections that we did after our first semester, halfway through our second semester, during our fourth semester. And one of the common themes that I saw was, wow, I have improved so much. I'm a totally different clinician from when I've started. My transition to practice has been great. I've learned so much. And I'm sitting here at the end of the fifth semester and I'm thinking, that Sean, which I'm going to dub Past Sean really just thought that he had evolved so much and he's reached this new level and he's doing great. And definitely, that Past Sean was right. That Past Sean was that much better than the past Sean. And I'm sitting here in my fifth semester and I'm looking even back to last semester and all the way back to the first year, and I have evolved so much as a person, as a professional, as a clinician, as a future educator, even as a researcher, and it's it's almost hard to just sit back and take that all in. It's kind of exciting, and I think that we get so into what we do, and it's day by day by day by day, and it's day in and day out that sometimes we don't take these moments that this assignment is making me do to sit back and just take a deep breath in and realize how much that you've improved. And yeah, even saying that out loud is something that brings me a lot of joy. So anyways, translating that into my goal moving forward, I want to sit in this last video evaluation or written evaluation, whatever kind of reflection that we do of ourselves at the end of the DAT, because yes, we are going to do one. And I want to be able to say concretely that every single semester, every time I did one of these reflections, that I could look back at past Sean and say, I am that much better than Sean. And so far, I've done a great job, and I just want to keep working towards that. Clinically, that means, focusing even more on that patient-centered care. In the DAT weekend this weekend, we really focused on the why conversation. Even though I can explain why I do things, and I have a good rationale for everything I'll do, I want to make that better. If I decide I want to use the Compex, and I can explain the theoretical physiological framework behind it, no, I want to be able to explain it more to that nth degree. I want, if if Dr. E or Dr. Games comes in and starts questioning my use of a modality, I want to be able to logically and thoroughly on the spot be able to explain myself and why I'm doing that. And saying that at first, it might seem kind of a little bit of a lofty goal, but shouldn't we be doing that as clinicians anyways? And like I said, while I can do that for maybe 80% of the things that I do, for the other 20, I don't really have that rationale. Yes, it's safe for the patient. Yes, I know the physiological premise behind it. Yes, I do know some of the research associated with it, but no, I couldn't rattle off all those, really in-depth things right off the bat in front of your face. So kind of becoming more familiar with that and asking myself before I do everything why. Another thing I really want to focus on is advocating for myself. One of the things I've learned in these last few semesters through the project I'm doing with the EDAC and as well as my own clinical and professional practice is that just because of who I am, I pick and choose my battles very, very carefully. And the number of battles that I pick is generally a lot lower than most people. And some people might say I'm passive. I would kind of disagree with that. But I do think that there is certain merit in saying that I don't assert myself as often as I potentially should. And I think in this upcoming semesters, maybe asserting myself more in certain situations, whether it be with coaches, whether it be with patients, whether it be with clinical faculty, staff, I think that that's going to be important in developing myself as a professional. Beyond that, when it comes to the project of the EDAC committee, it's really shown me that if you push hard enough at something and you're if you're like super passionate about something and you put the time and the effort into it, people start listening. And a few people have said, especially Miss Albom, that kind of the passion that we're showing in what we're doing has really made us true leaders. And as someone who is the past NATA president, saying that they look up to us and they view us as leaders was really, really impactful. And I think it taught me a lot, and it's something I want to continue to hone on. But overall, it's been a busy semester, but I feel like one I've managed well. I'm sitting here at the end of the semester, and even though I still have to do one assignment last minute, but nothing's changed with that, I feel confident. I am happy. I can sit here and take a deep breath and feel satisfied with my performance. And that is one of the biggest things that I want for my final semester in the DAT, to kind of catapult me forward into the great unknown of whatever it might be. Anyways, this has been Sean, and it's been a great semester, and I will see you on the flip side in 2017.